Hello and welcome to my e-portfolio. This portfolio was recorded as a part of the online seminar, the Scandinavian model. In this e-portfolio, the learning progress is to be documented. Furthermore, the learning content is to be discussed by the students themselves. We started with the introduction to Danish culture. At the beginning, we got to know the origin of the Danish culture. It can be found in the Viking Age. Because of the Danish origin from the time of the Vikings, some basic cultural values have been established and characterizing the Danish culture. For example, equality, fairness, self-sufficiency, high aspiration for democracy. In the past, Viking Age, they created a great feeling that they can only help themselves best. So now they have not a great trust in other persons from the outside. These characteristics can be found in the Danish work culture as well as we have learned. I haven't done much research into Danish culture and work culture before. During the course, I've learned a lot about why Danes are the way they are. If I compare the difference between Denmark and Germany, I can say that we differ significantly in some things. On some issues, we can still learn something from the Danes. For example, I think that the Germans do not always focus on being happy in their jobs, but rather on money, job titles and benefits. For myself, the module has inspired me to critically question myself if am I really happy in what I do more often in the future. We started with culture studies. In this module, we got to know different culture theories. For example, Edward T. Hall. He tries to put culture into their kind of context. On the one hand, there is high context. People, time and place are more important as a low context. There are usually very descriptive messages, so that body language is important as well as strong relationships. On the other hand, there is low context, where messages are very directly, so there is less body language. That means that privacy is a very important point. The next theory by Klakan and Strotbeck showing that problems can appear when different cultures come together. For example, the reservation of the Germans can be misunderstood if other cultures approaches people rather openly. The last theory by Baudy is about the habitus. Habitus is defined by preferences, behavior and perception patterns. This is shaped by the social space, which is made up of income, education, profession, and place of residence. According to Baudy, social inequality is not the only reason of the economical capital, but also on social, cultural, and symbolic capital. When I reflect on what I have learned with my previous experience, I can say that I can see some matches. In my job, for example, I can see that there are differences between the cultures. So people from India are very interested in an intensive relationship and Germans are rather distant. In my opinion, the theories are very interesting, but not all theories can always be fully considered in a daily professional life, because there are so many other topics to handle. However, I think I will take the following from the module. I would like to understand and consider the wishes and the needs of people from other culture more often. I think that I will also have an impact on my behavior at work. I think that Pierce Bourdieu's habitus has a great influence on a person's individual development, because, for example, you often hear that people with higher education and a good environment get a better job. So I would also pay attention to giving my child a good habitus for the future.